Welcome to Minneapolis. A beautiful sunrise on a beautiful spring day. Playoff basketball returns to the Twin Cities. Target Center's packed. First home game of the 2025 postseason for the Timberwolves and their rabid fans following 2 games in Los Angeles. As we get set for the Lakers and the Timberwolves, Game 3 NBA playoffs are presented by Google, and it's the first round presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. LeBron James and the Lakers coming back in Game 2 to tie the series at 1 apiece. Hi, everybody, with Richard Jefferson and Doris Burke, Mike Green on hand. We'll check in with Lisa Salters shortly. So they'll challenge. We'll take our first break with Minnesota up 1.
ESPN crew, Dave Passing, so long from Orlando. We now send you to Mike Breen and company in Minnesota. Game 3, Lakers-Wolves.
Thank you, Mr. Pash. We were just discussing as we welcome in the audience. 8-7 lead for Minnesota. An early successful challenge on an out-of-bounds call for Chris Finch.
Lakers without Jackson Hayes. They're small, so you see there's a lot of bodies in the paint, but Julius is 6'8", 250 and one of the strongest guys in the league.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook has you covered all playoffs long. Keep up with big-time matchups, get daily profit boosts, and tell exclusive picks from Stephen A. Smith. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Sign up with promo code HOOPS.
NBA playoffs presented by Google here in Minneapolis. First round presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Boy, just a gorgeous night here in downtown Minneapolis, and off to a terrific start. Minnesota comes back. They lost the previous game, come out with a little desperation. McDaniels, 8 points to start. 6-point lead for the T-Wolves. And that's 3 fouls on Finney Smith. We'll take a timeout here in the second. Lakers now up by 2 here in Game 3.
Let's take a look at tonight's Star Watch, brought to you by T-Mobile, and let's see how LeBron James' playoff career stacks up against Minnesota's players. LeBron has 183 playoff wins in his 22-year career, 41 series wins. The Timberwolves' combined roster, 181 playoff games and 33 playoff series won. So LeBron himself, 8 more series wins, 2 more playoff games in the entire Timberwolves team. And Richard, he's looking like vintage LeBron tonight.
He's looking like vintage LeBron. And look, Laker fans are happy to see this because the first 2 games, they felt like it was a bit pedestrian, even for LeBron James. He's getting downhill. This is where he's working. Again, being very selective with his 3-point shots. He's looking over at me, heckling me, talking trash.
He's telling him, be quiet.
Be quiet. Yeah, that's why I said pedestrian.
LeBron, I've told him the same thing. We'll have a timeout.
We talked about Austin Reeves averaging 20 points a game this season, but now he's starting to do it in the postseason.
Our NFL draft coverage continues tomorrow at noon Eastern on ESPN, ABC, and the NFL Network with rounds 4 through 7. Look at that crowd. You can always watch it on ESPN Deportes, the ESPN app, or listen to it on ESPN Radio from anywhere. Right now, let's listen to J.J. Redick. Meanwhile, Luka Doncic, again, as Lisa reported, under the weather. Shot just 3 of 9. Was 0 for 4 from 3 before this one. But picking up the slack, LeBron James, 22 points, 6 rebounds, 9 of 12 from the field. Game 3 in Minneapolis, 2 quarters complete. Lakers by 4.
NBA First Round, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook, is brought to you by Google, proud sponsor of the NBA, and Burger King. At BK, have it your way. You rule.
NBA playoffs presented by Google. Here in Minneapolis, first round presented by ESPN Sportsbook. Luka Doncic, kind of a stomach bug, clearly not well. Shot 3 of 9, 8 points, 5 assists. Oh, a bad stomach for Luka Doncic, but the Lakers were in good hands with LeBron James. As we look at the first half stats brought to you by ESPN Bet, the official sports book of ESPN. James, 22 points, the 100th career playoff game where he had at least 20 points and a half. Reeves helped out McDaniels and Randall, each with 14 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Hi again, everyone, with Richard Jefferson and Doris Burke. Mike Green on hand, and we'll check in with Lisa in a moment. Well, they were in good hands, and that's our sponsor, Good Hands, brought to you by Allstate. LeBron James was magnificent in that first half.
No, he was. We've talked about it. The first couple of games, it seemed like he was feeling it out, but today he's been aggressive. Getting to his spots, he looks very deliberate. He's not shying away. Rudy Gobert's in there, he just takes it to the offhand. Then here against a bigger defender, let me get a little sidestep, let me get some separation, and be very selective with my three-point shot.
With Luka under the weather, he goes for 16.
But there wasn't a foul call.
Well, again, look at this. You get a double over there in the rotation. Now, who's sprinting? Who's sprinting? There is no sprint until the shot is already up.
NBA playoffs presented by Google here in Minneapolis. First round presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. On a beautiful night here for Game 3. Who will take that 2-1 advantage in this best-of-7 series? Right now, the three-pointer big for Minnesota.
So I would say it's more trying to show Luka bodies. So this is just a transition opportunity. Nobody in the picture. Anthony, yeah, standing around. That's Luka, right? He doesn't feel well, but he's not closing aggressively. But you can look at a lot of Lakers to me and say, okay, they're 4 for 6 from 3 and a lot of open looks, RJ.
Number 15 for the Lakers. Timeout, under 3 to play in the third. A 2-point game. Veteran with a big bucket here in the fourth.
NBA First Round, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook, is brought to you by Cheez-It. Want it? Need it? Cheez-It. And Jurassic World Rebirth, in theaters July 2nd.
NBA playoffs presented by Google here in Minneapolis. First round presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Here's JJ Redick.
He's been under the weather. Lisa Salter said it, been dealing with a terrible stomach bug. But it's winning time, which means Luka Doncic just more than up for the task. And last couple times, right at Rudy. Don't hesitate here. Anthony's got the ball in his hands. They are showing him bodies. He's got to make the right decision. He doesn't even look at it. Even a dribble into your left and a short jump shot. Instead, turnover, and you see the frustration.
Well, in honor of Arbor Day, the NBA and the Arbor Day Foundation will plant 3 trees for every three-pointer made tonight. Trees will be planted in California to support wildfire recovery efforts in urban neighborhoods lacking green space, with the first 32 planted in our man Bill Walton's honor. Well, JJ Redick was just telling the officials that off a turnover. Watch here. Doncic, he just stops. He got his hands up and he said, there's a whistle, there's a whistle. Well, hopefully that'll be the last time that happens. As the Timberwolves get the victory. Final score 116-104. Up 2-1 in this best-of-7 series. Our producer is Tim Corrigan, director Mike Schwab, our fantastic ESPN crew. Of course, for Doris, Richard, and Lisa, Mike Green saying thanks so much for watching. We say so long from Minneapolis. Coming up next, it's time for SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt.